Hey, welcome to the stream. Uh, Last night we worked on Adobe Lunch for like 2.5 hours on stream. Made a ton of good progress, got the PWA up and running. Tonight I want to get back to it. Um, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to work on tonight. I do have my list of issues opened up here. One thing I really need to do like ASAP is the 1 decimal place ratings. They look like, for instance, I saw a place rated 9, and it looked funny because everything should be like 2 decimal places. So I'm going to start with that, and then we'll move forward onto something else. So here we go. I know JavaScript, INTL, number format. I know that the internationalization library has some great number formatting options for us that which handles different languages. So locales, a string with a language tag or an array of strings. For general form. Okay. I really want to know like more examples of using locales. Okay, I want to know, yeah. Arabic, yeah. Yeah, I want to understand the locales argument. Like what happens? I think I used default previously. So here's format, and I think NUS, RU. Yeah, I just want like default. So number format, INTL, number format, default locale. Yeah, so here, this is showing hard coding the country. But I feel like this is bad, right? Like I feel like there should be a way to be like, hey browser, you tell me what it is. Everybody just hard codes the shit out of that, and that cannot be right. I think I'm just gonna put in default and roll with that. INTL locale default. Okay, well that's cool. Then I'll just kind of grab this and let's check out their options. Currency, percent, unit, decimal. It's going to be decimal. Okay, let's go ahead and bring up the code. So this occurs in venue. And venue, we're outputting the rating. Cool. Let's make a new file in util calls. Number. And let's just make an arrow function called format. And format will take in the number and it will return formatted, whatever it is. Okay. So I think this will be default. And that's the actual formatter. And this will be options. We'll make an options object here. And so formatted is going to equal formatter.format the number we pass in. And let's figure this out. What options do we need here? Actually, let's just start out with no options and see what happens. So in venue, we're going to scroll up to the top. We are going to import format from our utils number file. And this is going to be still logging the venue, right? Yeah. So this will be format rating. And let's just pop open our application here. I should be logging the venue. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so that's a string. So then rating should be actually the thing that's doing the actual conversion. So I can move this import of format over into rating.js. And when I do rating here, that's where I can format it. So rating gets passed in as the raw number. And then to the rating component. And the rating component will format it. So what's it look like? So right now, yeah, we've got a rating of 8.1. Harry's Steakhouse with what? No rating? Yeah, interesting. Actually, what I need to do here is change this. First of all, we'll log rating. And we'll say not rating and return null. I have to wrap that. Okay, if not rating, then return null. Yeah, so now we don't actually have a rating being returned. So we've got our ratings. Yeah, and that's it. Just one thing. Perfect. Okay, but let's find one with a rating. 9.3. Okay, so it's seemingly working. Let's try to, like, in our number.js, log the formatted number. Okay, and what we really need to do here is find out okay, 7.7. So let's find a place with a single digit rating. Okay, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's just say the number is 9. Yay, okay, there. So I'm shortcutting to test this. So what are our... It's an object constructor, okay. What if I passed in 9.0? Okay. So the default is decimal. Unit display, currency, it's not currency. Whether to use grouping separators, we will never have that issue. Minimum integer digits. Oh, okay, let's try this out. Minimum integer digits. Minimum integer digits. What's this gonna, like, let's say 3. What's this gonna do? Fill with zeros if, yeah, okay. So minimum integer digits should like default to 1. Yeah, okay. Minimum fraction digits. Yeah, the default is 0. So we really want that to be 1. Minimum fraction digits. Let's just put it at 3. Yeah, 9000. So we know we want it at 1. 9.0. Perfect. And so if I change this number to 9.4, 9.4, there we go. And everything's working out. That is the internationalization library for number formatting. Any other options were going to be maximum fraction digits? I don't care. Whoops. Return these. Okay, don't care. That is good enough. So this is going to close number 15. So we're going to change this to format number. And let's double check our changes. The rating is just here. Inside the rating component, we're actually changing this. Right here, we're doing the format. And we added the safeguard if there's no rating, return null. And then we added the number.js file. And let's just run a few tests. Nine 9.1, 8.7, 4.8, 8.1. I can't remember who had the plain 9 rating. Oh, Punchbowl doesn't have a price. What happens when we don't have a price? Price meter. If not price, return null. Okay. Man, do we return an empty div instead? I mean, like... I don't know what looks better. Because the rating is used to being on the right-hand side. Man, and same with the rating. Like, let's return an... I guess the rating doesn't matter because it's always going to be on the right, but let's return an empty div there. Okay, I'm trying to look for that one. That was a there we go. Flower Child, a 9.0. And it's working now. So this is now done. This is number 15, 1 decimal place ratings. Changed our returns on price meter and rating now. Is there a version on this? What am I doing here? I released 1.0 the other day, so this will be like what, 1.0.1. So ACP, I did bump version. Improved the return when no price or rating is present. And then I added single decimal place ratings. Closes number, what did I say, 15? 15. And I should probably put quotes around all that. Okay, pushed. 15 is gone. And what do we have going now? So hopping back over to the browser here, let's look at our remaining issues. I really feel like yay or nay is like important right now. So this means I feel like I have to try to design it Tinder swipe. And I also need to understand how Tinder swipe works. I've never been on Tinder. I just want to see like how it works. Okay. Okay, so what I don't understand is like Twitter, Tinder doesn't exactly prompt you to swipe left or right. So Tinder swipe UI. Okay, using Tinder swipe. Just kind of doing my research here. Okay, yeah. Okay, that is not what I was looking for. I was just trying to figure out how the Tinder swipe animation, how the user's prompted to actually swipe left or right. I don't. I'm trying to figure out what apps that I have that even use a feature like that. I don't know if I have one. I mean, Netflix, maybe? But the way Netflix does it is like basically by having that last item hang partially off the screen. That's how it kind of indicates you to move forward. What about, does YouTube do it? No, these are all vertical scrolling apps. Not to the side. Hmm. I don't think I have any apps that do this. Maybe Google Photos. Yeah, so here's Google Photos, picture of my kids, there's no indicator that you swipe left or right. It just does it. This kind of makes me wonder how it does it online. So like in the online version of Google Photos, this is like Halloween. Ah. So I can use the arrow keys or the mouse. So what happens here? How does it know that I'm on a mobile device? They never disappear on computer. Um, what if responsive. How does it know? Yeah, I don't know. But this kind of means I would have to prefetch a few in order to do this. See, there you go. But, okay. Detective, mobile, or desktop. Hmm. Yep. Do not know how to do this. Yeah, okay. What's mobile detect JS? Media queries. Yeah, but so what? Like, is this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like, so what? We're showing a bunch of websites that have friggin' breakpoints defined. Is touch supported? JavaScript is touch supported. How can I? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what modernizer is. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I'm gonna have to design this. So where am I gonna put it? First of all, do I really give a shit about having a menu? Um, how tall are these buttons? 56. Now I just need to put like an arrow in there. And rotate it 90 degrees. Then make it white. Maybe a little smaller. 20. Maybe a little lighter. What's this color? NHSL 77. What's the F? 90. Oh, cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's a triangle, and this is a circle, and the whole thing is going to be component. And I'll say back. No, because this isn't going to support forward or back. This is like if you don't like it, keep swiping. So it's really just going to be like a next. Where the triangle actually gets rotated to face that way. And this entire component can just come here. Okay. So where would that go here? And okay, let me fix this layout. So this has a margin bottom of 50. Okay. So this right here, these action buttons are actually, yes, vertically centered. This is going to be 50. Yeah, okay, dope. And all of these things are vertically centered on the page. Yeah. So what does this do? I mean, do I really want to have a button they can tap? I mean, sure, why the fuck not? For now, take this component, drop it right there, dead center on the page, and place this (20 pixels below). And again, grab all this shit, center it on the page. That probably needs more than 20. I mean, that might work. It's kind of in the right spot. What did that? Okay, that's a caret. I kind of like the next icon though. That's not too bad. Whoa. I think I was just using my own icons. Okay. So this is kind of starting to work on the yay or nay option. At least this is giving me nay, essentially. You know, another thing I could do is give like four choices here. Like thumbs down on the left. They're icon buttons. Thumbs down, directions, menu, thumbs up. Let's at least implement this next button and see what happens. So I kind of like how it's looking here. Let's make a component called next next.js. That's funny. I don't think it's gonna take any props. And really, like, it's just gonna be a div with. I guess I can almost export the whole thing as SVG. SVG button. I guess it's a button on the outside. Button SVG. Is there a way to do this otherwise? I could just do like a text character of greater than. and then give it the circle around it. HTML escape greater than. Okay, and this div is gonna have style, so const style next. It's a style div. Actually, I really don't want it to be a style div. I want it to be a style dot span. The background color is going to be black 90. And the border radius is going to be 50%. And let's just throw it on the page. Let's see, this would be on venue. There it is. And we'll import it. There it is. Okay, so we need the font color to be white. So I know the border radius is 50%, but what's the padding looking like on this? That's 20 wide. This is 56 wide. So I always do this calculation. 56 minus 20. So 18. Padding of 18. Getting better. Circular div. Do I have to give it a width and a height? At this point, I might as well just use the SVG. Let's see if we can just put everything in the center. Looks about right. But this is going to have to be a lot bigger. Still kind of hate it. How do I see JavaScript? What is focused? Document.activeElement. A is active. And the button is active. Focusable button link. I feel like this is really bad practice. MDN button types. We're going to find out. Type. Yeah, so let's be real. Those are not buttons. Those are links. So let's make it that way. Accessibility is like broken as fuck. So it's the action buttons in venue. See, and button's not even really a button. Button is actually I need to rename this to like button link. So what is this tell me thing on the front page? I think it's called empty. See, that's actually a button. Okay, let's worry about this problem later. I'm getting so sidetracked. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's just use the damn SVG. Okay, did I pull it in? Images, next SVG. Dope. Okay. Okay, so we're in venue. Let's pull in the SVG that we need. Import next from what's the deal? Oh. Yeah, then let's just get rid of this. Next.js can go away. And I can just stick next there. Great. Much better. Okay, first things first. This is a part of styled venue. What kind of stylings does that have? Display grid, justify items, start. So let's make this a styled next. And let's justify self center. Perfect. And so what was this distance? That was 50. And that was 50. So actions have a margin of 0, 0, 50, 0. All right. Now on the phones, what's starting to happen? It's too big for Galaxy. It's fine on Pixel, fine on XL, too big for the old iPhones. 6, 7, 8, that's too big. We'll take care of that in a second. We're also going to give it a cursor pointer. And make, well, I'll worry about accessibility in a second here. And we got to give it an on click. Okay, that part is working. So here's where kind of like we need to have maybe a context or something. I think I am just going to make this next and separate this out into a component. And I can give it some, styled next right here. Move over its styles. Pull in the icon here. And move over the on click. Okay, and this should all still actually work. Okay, no, the styles aren't getting applied. So I'm not importing the icon anymore. I need to import the actual component. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. So what does this do? Let's check out a branch here. Git checkout dash B. We'll call it next. Git push origin next. I've got that saved up. I just want to make sure I'm snapshotting my work here. So I've got the complete the raw button. And this should probably be 1.1.0. Yeah, so the raw button is working. What's next to do here? So we're going to make a context and see if we don't break Gatsby like we did last time. First thing we're going to do is make a new folder called contexts. Oops, up at the source level. We're going to do index.js export star from, and we're going to call this place. And just to double check, we are going to look at my context plus hooks repo. Context plus hooks. Yeah. I'm going to type this by hand slowly because I royally fucked it up in the last stream. So new file, we're going to call this place.js, the place context. So we're going to import React. We're going to import create context from React. So this will be the place context is going to equal create context. And then we will also create the provider. We're going to export two things, the place context and the place provider. Okay, so in the context, we're going to have one thing, a state called place. And that's it. And the context is going to export place and set place. And our return is actually going to be just the provider, which is place provider dot place context dot provider where we pass in the children underneath it. And this takes a value which is equal to context. And so we will say place provider dot prop types, and we'll talk about our children prop types, and it's a prop type of node. Which means this needs to destructure children. This should be fine. Now here's what we're going to do. We need to take the place provider and stick it inside of our app. Or our layout, really. But yeah, I suppose our layout. So I don't really want to put it on... Yeah, I want to put it in our layout. We've got our theme provider. And really what we want to do is, this is going to be our place provider here. Everything in the middle gets that. Import place provider from context. Great, we got that handled. And so now every time we hit that on our index page, every time we hit that save button or tell me button, in addition to doing set venue, this is going to do a set place with the venue. And what is place? Place is going to be, we're going to get a use context here. So at the top of index, we can say place context is going to equal use context, place context. And place context needs to be imported. Okay. And this is place context dot set place. Let's log out place context. It's undefined. So now this is what I think is happening. There is a thing called Gatsby plugin layout that I think is unmounting and remounting the layout every time. Yep, injecting additional data into pages using React context. I had a stream 2 nights ago where I had such a hard time with this, and I never thought about this plugin. React context does not live across page loads in Gatsby. This helps that. Gatsby plugin layout. And then let's just... source layouts index.js. Yeah, so this is what we're going to need to do. So the relative path is what? Source, components, layout.js. So let's restart this and see if this actually works. There we go. That was what I was banging my head against for so long. Now, I have this template repository, Gatsby Starter, that I use this in. That's where, okay, so like if you look at, how am I supposed to say this? Adobe Lunch. If you look at my Adobe Lunch repository, it says generated from bradgarropy Gatsby Starter, because bradgarropy Gatsby Starter is a template repository. It's actually easier and faster to get up and running with template repositories than like actual Gatsby new command with a starter repo, because this actually creates the Git repo for you, whereas the Gatsby new starter just like copies the files onto your machine. So what happens is this particular repository, I have an issue open called Gatsby plugin layout, because that's something I found useful, and I haven't implemented this yet. And this would have saved me all this trouble. So, okay, with that, I'm going to take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back. I actually might make some tea as well, and then I'll be right back, and we can keep going with this. Okay, back. I got some tea right here. Ever since I've been live streaming, tea has been a good thing for me. Helps the voice, really does. But I don't know shit about tea. Like nothing at all. Just do not know. Don't know what's good. Don't know what tastes good. Right now, I'm doing like a chamomile. And we'll see. First time trying it. Some random stuff we had up in the cupboard. So then you just have this bag floating around in the thing. I don't know. Tastes like hot water. It's probably bad. I'm probably killing myself. Okay. Okay, so note to self: seriously, work on the Gatsby starter and get this stuff in there. Avoid the heartache in the future. Going back. Gatsby plugin layouts there. Great. My fucking hooks work. Great. So now, anytime I do this stuff, I can just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of this pretty little tree. Place context. Yeah. So here we'll have place and set place. And we will get rid of this use state. Yeah, and anywhere that we say set place, we can get rid of place. We're not using it here. Oh, actually, never mind. We are using it. We're using it down here at the bottom. And the reason I'm calling this place instead of venue is because in the future, I'll be moving to the Google Maps API, which calls everything places, not venues. I don't know. Whatever, it helps the throat. Okay. Wait. Something's like royally fucked up here. Why do we have 2 Adobe Lunches? Oh, right. When working this way, layout does not get injected into every component. layouts everywhere. So that being said, right now we've got two layouts happening. So this index page doesn't, it's got a layout there. And what is in the layout? All this stuff. Okay. So what I think can happen is this is not layout anymore. This is just a thing. Just return this. Yeah, okay. Okay. I fixed it. That's it, yeah. What is styled layout? A div. Just to double check. Yep. That's the thing. Okay, great. So this is working. What did I change? So I added Gatsby plugin layout and the place spider. So what also needs to happen is now venue. This is the nice part. Venue doesn't need to give two shits about the thing passed into it. It's just going to pull everything from context, particularly the place context. Okay, so we'll come back up here. We'll grab use context from React. And let's also pull out our place context. And we should be ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Okay, and now when we click on that one there, over in the next, again, we will grab the context. And this time we'll use the set method. Here's a set place method that we're pulling from use context, place context. And on click, what does this do? Same thing that index does. Yeah. It literally does this. So we have opportunity for abstraction here. So what's missing? Venue search, get, okay. Oops, that can go away. That can go away. This becomes async. And now we need venue search. And venue details from, I think it's what, utils Foursquare, and get random element. From utils number. I don't know what that means. Oh, get random element from utils. Okay. There we go. That's pretty good. $21K downloads, 133K downloads. Oh, it's got hooks. I think I'll probably learn about this more later, but let's put this in the issue. Tinder swipe. We will edit this. So we've got what? React swipe and React swipeable. And let's just search for swipe. Okay, that's not a very good situation. Yeah, I think swipeable is probably the best one. Cool. Okay, let's check if I have any console log statements in here. I do not. Let's check that this is working again. Tell me. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this works great. Switching to Google Maps, I'm going to have to do a lot of optimization because look at what this is doing. This is searching with the exact same parameters every time. API call, API call, API call, API call. Let's look at the network. For the love of God, please tell me this is getting cached. Nope. API call, API call, API call, API call. Fuck me. So this, yeah. How do we do this? Look, let's commit what I have. Let's commit what I have. And let's put optimize API calls. Enhance. This is going to be like mandatory for when we go with Google Maps. Oh, that's right. What happened to my little bit of project management here? This is closed. Let's close this. How do I do this on bradgarropy.com? So issues, milestones. I just put the release. Is Markdown supported? No. Yeah, so I have one release, V1. Okay, cool. Okay. I just want to make sure like all my things are lined up. Throat's starting to get to me. Use contacts, place contacts, place. Let's also fix the 404 page and the history page. And just to check, we will go to /history. Great. And review 404 page. 404.html. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. It doesn't render. Lost? No. Try to find a good emoji. Whatever, I'll just say you lost. Need like a funny face. Yeah. Here. I don't know why I'm making this so nice. I don't know. Let's rebuild, see what's going on. Warning, React create element types invalid. Expected a string. Interesting. This p tag is screwing it up. Because I don't know. Because I'm an idiot. There's nothing here. Why don't you try over here? Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Man, that's neat. I like that page. Sorry, I just shut up there for a while. Okay. So 404 page is all prettied up. So what did I do? Install the layout plugin, improve 404 page. add place context and make next button functional. And this kind of closes. I mean, this kind of. Closes number 8. You know, I'm trying to think, like, what do I want? I probably want to move to Google Maps before tracking. So I'll call this like V 1.2.0. And then tracking, I think that's going to be a big one. This is kind of arbitrary, you know, it's not like it's breaking changes. So I'm just going to call this V 2.0.0 once I get tracking in. It's a feature, V 1.3.0. Save changes, yeah. So I'm not actually done with 1.1, but I'm getting there. But I think this is definitely, actually, I'm going to turn on my face cam for a second because I'm going to go to the Foursquare API and double check my rate limits and stuff. Is this free? Oh, great. I have no credit card on file. Love it. So I get 99,500 regular calls per day. 500 premium calls per day. And so if I go into my apps, I can look at my usage. And even my biggest use day was what, 100 regular calls and 98 premium calls. Ooh, I guess I was getting close on the premium calls. What are premium calls? I don't know. So Foursquare usage. somewhere in here was like billing. Foursquare docs. I don't know. We gotta find which ones are premium. Oh shit, those are premium. Venues details and venues photos. Yeah, so optimizing endpoints is something I'm really going to need to do. Okay, so I think I'm ready to merge that into master. So all those API calls that I was doing are not cached. This is something I would love to talk to the front end guild about, caching on Ajax calls. Okay. That's merged to master, and so what's to do here? Optimize API calls. Yeah. How can I do this? So when I do index.js, what happens? So I do a venue search. And this venue search returns what? Presumably the same thing every time. So I really need to just get them all at once. Oh, and then venue details. Oh, and I'm realizing still have all that code repeated. Yeah, I've been running into this recently at work and at home where custom hooks would be nice. Instead of repeating this code, this on click logic, I could make a use place hook where I have methods that say get places. Then I have another method that says like random place. Yeah. So, but I have to get venue details every time. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm going too far into my own head right now. So, like, I think it's a good time to cut this video off because we have something working pretty well right now. I was gonna grab my phone and try to install it, but I guess that can wait. So I'm gonna present what I have right now in tomorrow's front end guild show and tell. It's Halloween tomorrow, so I got candy and we're going to eat Velvet Taco, this awesome taco place from the domain, and we're all just gonna show off things we've been working on. I've been working on this stand-up randomizer. It's just a Chrome extension that for Jira, it just rotates through your quick filters. So in our case, we've got all of our team, like all the people on our team have a quick filter that just says like show just their stories. And so you just tap the Chrome extension in the top right and it'll just randomly select people. And right now our stand-up lead, Arjun, really likes this. This like, hey, I want to keep everybody on their toes. I want to make this fun. So he thought this randomizer was a good way to do that. And I had the great idea to make it a Chrome extension. So I'm going to show that off. I'm going to show off Adobe Lunch. Probably show off my snippet library. Yeah. I'm not sure what else. Maybe my Gatsby starter. It's worth showing. And my ESLint config. I have a million things to show, honestly, if people want to see. But I don't want to turn it into the Brad show. So anyways, that's it for this stream. Another long one. Got a lot done. So thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.